The U.S. Citizenship Test, 2025 version. All 128 official USCIS civics questions with answers. After each question, pause and say your answer out loud. Let's begin. Question 38. What is the name of the President of the United States now?
Answer: Donald J. Trump.
Question 109. During the Cold War, what was one main concern of the United States?
Answer: Communism. Also acceptable, nuclear war.
Question 52. What is the highest court in the United States?
Answer: Supreme Court.
Question 118. Name one example of an American innovation.
Answer: Light bulb. Also acceptable, automobile cars, internal combustion engine, skyscrapers.
Question 113. Martin Luther King Jr. is famous for many things. Name one.
Answer: Fought for civil rights. Also acceptable, worked for equality for all Americans, worked to ensure that people would not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character.
Question 20. Name one power of the U.S. Congress.
Answer: Writes laws. Also acceptable, declares war, makes the federal budget.
Question 44. Who vetoes bills?
Answer: The President of the United States.
Question 84. Why were the Federalist Papers important?
Answer: They help people understand the U.S. Constitution. Also acceptable, they supported passing the U.S. Constitution.
Question 24. How many voting members are in the House of Representatives?
Answer: 435, 435.
Question 22. How long is a term for a U.S. Senator?
Answer: 6 years.
Question 23. Who is one of your state's U.S. Senators now?
Answer: Answers vary by state. Name one of your state's current U.S. senators.
Question 96. What U.S. war ended slavery?
Answer: The Civil War.
Question 90. What territory did the United States buy from France in 1803?
Answer: Louisiana Territory. Also acceptable, Louisiana.
Question 89. Alexander Hamilton is famous for many things. Name one.
Answer: First Secretary of the Treasury. Also acceptable, one of the writers of the Federalist Papers, helped establish the first bank of the United States.
Question 47. What does the President's cabinet do?
Answer: Advises the President of the United States.
Question 98. When did all men get the right to vote?
Answer: After the Civil War. Also acceptable, during Reconstruction, with the 15th Amendment.
Question 25. How long is a term for a member of the House of Representatives?
Answer: 2 years.
Question 63. There are 4 amendments to the U.S. Constitution about who can vote. Describe one of them.
Answer: Citizens 18 and older can vote. Also acceptable, you don't have to pay a poll tax to vote. Any citizen can vote. Women and men can vote.
Question 12. What is the economic system of the United States?
Answer: Capitalism. Also acceptable, free market economy.
Question 39. What is the name of the Vice President of the United States now?
Answer: J.D. Vance.
Question 49. Why is the Electoral College important?
Answer: It decides who is elected president. Also acceptable. It provides a compromise between the popular election of the president and congressional selection.
Question 42. Who is Commander-in-Chief of the U.S. military?
Answer: The President of the United States.
Question 29. Name your U.S. representative.
Answer: Answers vary by district. Name your current U.S. representative.
Question 93. The Civil War had many important events. Name one.
Answer: Battle of Fort Sumter. Also acceptable. Emancipation Proclamation. Battle of Vicksburg.
Question 88. James Madison is famous for many things. Name one.
Answer: Father of the Constitution. Also acceptable. Fourth President of the United States. President during the War of 1812.
Question 21. How many U.S. senators are there?
Answer: 100.
Question 41. Name one power of the president.
Answer: Signs bills into law. Also acceptable. Vetoes bills, enforces laws.
Question 110. Why did the United States enter the Korean War?
Answer: To stop the spread of communism.
Question 66. What do we show loyalty to when we say the Pledge of Allegiance?
Answer: The United States. Also acceptable. The flag.
Question 127. What is Memorial Day?
Answer: A holiday to honor soldiers who died in military service.
Question 112. What did the Civil Rights Movement do?
Answer: Fought to end racial discrimination.
Question 32. Who elects U.S. senators?
Answer: Citizens from their state.
Question 86. George Washington is famous for many things. Name one.
Answer: Father of our country. Also acceptable. First President of the United States. General of the Continental Army.
Question 48. What are two cabinet-level positions?
Answer: Attorney General. Also acceptable. Secretary of Agriculture, Secretary of Commerce.
Question 40. If the president can no longer serve, who becomes president?
Answer: The Vice President of the United States.
Question 6. What does the Bill of Rights protect?
Answer: The basic rights of Americans. Also acceptable. The basic rights of people living in the United States.
Question 15. There are three branches of government. Why?
Answer: So one part does not become too powerful. Also acceptable. Checks and balances, separation of powers.
Question 69. What are two examples of civic participation in the United States?
Answer: Vote. Also acceptable. Run for office. Join a political party.
Question 1. What is the form of government of the United States?
Answer: Republic. Also acceptable. Constitution-based federal republic. Representative democracy.
Question 46. The executive branch has many parts. Name one.
Answer: President of the United States. Also acceptable. Cabinet, federal departments and agencies.
Question 77. Name one reason why the Americans declared independence from Britain.
Answer. High taxes. Also acceptable. Taxation without representation. British soldiers stayed in Americans' houses boarding, quartering.
Question 108. Who was the United States' main rival during the Cold War?
Answer. Soviet Union. Also acceptable. USSR, Russia.
Question 34. Who elects members of the House of Representatives?
Answer. Citizens from their congressional district.
Question 27. How many senators does each state have?
Answer. 2-2.
Question 106. Why did the United States enter World War II?
Answer. Bombing of Pearl Harbor. Also acceptable. Japanese attacked Pearl Harbor to support the Allied powers England, France, and Russia.
Question 28. Why does each state have 2 senators?
Answer. Equal representation for small states. Also acceptable. The Great Compromise, Connecticut Compromise.
Question 9. What founding document said the American colonies were free from Britain?
Answer. Declaration of Independence.
Question 13. What is the rule of law?
Answer. Everyone must follow the law. Also acceptable. Leaders must obey the law. Government must obey the law.
Question 58. Name one power that is only for the federal government.
Answer. Print paper money. Also acceptable. Mint coins declare war.
Question 65. What are 3 rights of everyone living in the United States?
Answer. Freedom of expression. Also acceptable. Freedom of speech. Freedom of assembly.
Question 19. What are the 2 parts of the U.S. Congress?
Answer. Senate and House of Representatives.
Question 80. The American Revolution had many important events. Name one.
Answer. Battle of Bunker Hill. Also acceptable. Declaration of Independence. Washington crossing the Delaware Battle of Trenton.
Question 79. When was the Declaration of Independence adopted?
Answer. July 4, 1776.
Question 119. What is the capital of the United States?
Answer. Washington, D.C.
Question 71. Why is it important to pay federal taxes?
Answer. Required by law. Also acceptable. All people pay to fund the federal government. Required by the U.S. Constitution, 16th Amendment.
Question 4. The U.S. Constitution starts with the words, "We the people." What does "we the people" mean?
Answer. Self-government. Also acceptable. Popular sovereignty. Consent of the governed.
Question 26. Why do U.S. representatives serve shorter terms than U.S. senators?
Answer. To more closely follow public opinion.
Question 17. The President of the United States is in charge of which branch of government?
Answer. Executive branch.
Question 115. What major event happened on September 11, 2001, in the United States?
Answer. Terrorists attacked the United States. Also acceptable. Terrorists took over 2 planes and crashed them into the World Trade Center in New York City. Terrorists took over a plane and crashed into the Pentagon in Arlington, Virginia.
Question 33. Who does a member of the House of Representatives represent?
Answer: citizens in their congressional district. Also acceptable: citizens in their district, people from their congressional district.
Question 124. The nation's first motto was E Pluribus Unum. What does that mean?
Answer: out of many, one. Also acceptable: we all become one.
Question 103. What was the Great Depression?
Answer: longest economic recession in modern history.
Question 111. Why did the United States enter the Vietnam War?
Answer: to stop the spread of communism.
Question 8. Why is the Declaration of Independence important?
Answer: it says America is free from British control. Also acceptable: it says all people are created equal. It identifies inherent rights.
Question 18. What part of the federal government writes laws?
Answer: U.S. Congress. Also acceptable: U.S. or national legislature, legislative branch.
Question 55. How long do Supreme Court justices serve?
Answer: for life. Also acceptable: lifetime appointment until retirement.
Question 64. Who can vote in federal elections, run for federal office, and serve on a jury in the United States?
Answer: citizens. Also acceptable: citizens of the United States, U.S. citizens.
Question 81. There were 13 original states. Name 5.
Answer: New Hampshire. Also acceptable: Massachusetts, Rhode Island.
Question 14. Many documents influence the U.S. Constitution. Name 1.
Answer: Declaration of Independence. Also acceptable: Articles of Confederation, Federalist Papers.
Question 100. Name one war fought by the United States in the 1900s.
Answer: World War I. Also acceptable: World War I and II, Korean War.
Question 30. What is the name of the Speaker of the House of Representatives now?
Answer: Mike Johnson.
Question 85. Benjamin Franklin is famous for many things. Name 1.
Answer: founded the first free public libraries. Also acceptable: first Postmaster General of the United States, helped write the Declaration of Independence.
Question 73. The colonists came to America for many reasons. Name 1.
Answer: freedom. Also acceptable: political liberty, religious freedom.
Question 121. Why does the flag have 13 stripes?
Answer: because there were 13 original colonies. Also acceptable: because the stripes represent the original colonies.
Question 123. What is the name of the national anthem?
Answer: the Star-Spangled Banner.
Question 5. How are changes made to the U.S. Constitution?
Answer: amendments. Also acceptable: the amendment process.
Question 78. Who wrote the Declaration of Independence?
Answer: Thomas Jefferson.
Question 2. What is the supreme law of the land?
Answer: U.S. Constitution.
Question 53. How many seats are on the Supreme Court?
Answer. 99.
Question 75. What group of people was taken and sold as slaves?
Answer. Africans. Also acceptable, people from Africa.
Question 31. Who does a U.S. Senator represent?
Answer. Citizens of their state. Also acceptable, people of their state.
Question 45. Who appoints federal judges?
Answer. The President of the United States.
Question 125. What is Independence Day?
Answer. A holiday to celebrate U.S. independence from Britain. Also acceptable, the country's birthday.
Question 87. Thomas Jefferson is famous for many things. Name one.
Answer. Writer of the Declaration of Independence. Also acceptable, third President of the United States, doubled the size of the United States Louisiana Purchase.
Question 97. What amendment says all persons born or naturalized in the United States and subject to the jurisdiction thereof are U.S. citizens?
Answer. 14th Amendment.
Question 59. Name one power that is only for the states.
Answer. Provide schooling and education. Also acceptable, provide protection police, provide safety fire departments.
Question 61. Who is the governor of your state now?
Answer. Answers vary by state. Name your state's current governor.
Question 37. The President of the United States can serve only 2 terms. Why?
Answer. Because of the 22nd Amendment. Also acceptable, to keep the president from becoming too powerful.
Question 3. Name one thing the U.S. Constitution does.
Answer. Forms the government. Also acceptable, defines powers of government, defines the parts of government.
Question 117. Name one American Indian tribe in the United States.
Answer. Cherokee. Also acceptable, Navajo Sioux.
Question 68. How can people become United States citizens?
Answer. Be born in the United States, under the conditions set by the 14th Amendment. Also acceptable, naturalize, derive citizenship under conditions set by Congress.
Question 128. What is Veterans Day?
Answer. A holiday to honor people in the U.S. military. Also acceptable, a holiday to honor people who have served in the U.S. military.
Question 122. Why does the flag have 50 stars?
Answer. Because there is 1 star for each state. Also acceptable, because each star represents a state, because there are 50 states.
Question 95. What did the Emancipation Proclamation do?
Answer. Freed the slaves. Also acceptable, freed slaves in the Confederacy, freed slaves in the Confederate States.
Question 102. When did all women get the right to vote?
Answer. 1920. Also acceptable, after World War I, with the 19th Amendment.
Question 51. What does the judicial branch do?
Answer. Reviews laws. Also acceptable, explains laws, resolves disputes, disagreements about the law.
Question 126. Name 3 national U.S. holidays.
Answer. New Year's Day. Also acceptable, Martin Luther King Jr. Day, President's Day, Washington's birthday.
Question 107. Dwight Eisenhower is famous for many things. Name one.
Answer. General during World War Roman II. Also acceptable. President at the end of during the Korean War. 34th President of the United States.
Question 92. Name the U.S. war between the North and the South.
Answer. The Civil War.
Question 10. Name two important ideas from the Declaration of Independence and the U.S. Constitution.
Answer. Equality. Also acceptable. Liberty, social contract.
Question 70. What is one way Americans can serve their country?
Answer. Vote. Also acceptable. Pay taxes, obey the law.
Question 50. What is one part of the judicial branch?
Answer. Supreme Court. Also acceptable. Federal courts.
Question 36. The President of the United States is elected for how many years?
Answer. For 4 years.
Question 101. Why did the United States enter World War I?
Answer. Because Germany attacked U.S. civilian ships. Also acceptable. To support the Allied powers England, France, Italy, and Russia. To oppose the Central Powers Germany, Austria-Hungary, the Ottoman Empire, and Bulgaria.
Question 116. Name one U.S. military conflict after the September 11, 2001 attacks.
Answer. Global War on Terror. Also acceptable. War in Afghanistan, war in Iraq.
Question 67. Name two promises that new citizens make in the Oath of Allegiance.
Answer. Give up loyalty to other countries. Also acceptable. Defend the U.S. Constitution. Obey the laws of the United States.
Question 35. Some states have more representatives than other states. Why?
Answer. Because of the state's population. Also acceptable. Because they have more people. Because some states have more people.
Question 57. Who is the Chief Justice of the United States now?
Answer. John Roberts.
Question 94. Abraham Lincoln is famous for many things. Name one.
Answer. Freed the slaves' Emancipation Proclamation. Also acceptable. Saved or preserved the Union. Led the United States during the Civil War.
Question 82. What founding document was written in 1787?
Answer. U.S. Constitution.
Question 72. It is important for all men age 18 through 25 to register for the Selective Service. Name one reason why.
Answer. Required by law. Also acceptable. Civic duty makes the draft fair if needed.
Question 105. Who was president during the Great Depression and World War II?
Answer. Franklin Roosevelt.
Question 104. When did the Great Depression start?
Answer. The Great Crash, 1929. Also acceptable. Stock market crash of 1929.
Question 91. Name one war fought by the United States in the 1800s.
Answer. War of 1812. Also acceptable. Mexican-American War, Civil War.
Question 83. The Federalist Papers supported the passage of the U.S. Constitution. Name one of the writers.
Answer. James Madison. Also acceptable. Alexander Hamilton, John J.
Question 99. Name one leader of the women's rights movement in the 1800s.
Answer: Susan B. Anthony. Also acceptable: Elizabeth Cady Stanton, Sojourner Truth.
Question 56. Supreme Court justices serve for life. Why?
Answer: To be independent of politics. Also acceptable: To limit outside political influence.
Question 120. Where is the Statue of Liberty?
Answer: New York Harbor. Also acceptable: Liberty Island, New Jersey.
Question 7. How many amendments does the U.S. Constitution have?
Answer: 2727.
Question 76. What war did the Americans fight to win independence from Britain?
Answer: American Revolution. Also acceptable: The American Revolutionary War, War for American Independence.
Question 74. Who lived in America before the Europeans arrived?
Answer: American Indians. Also acceptable: Native Americans.
Question 16. Name the 3 branches of government.
Answer: Legislative, executive, and judicial. Also acceptable: Congress, President, and the courts.
Question 60. What is the purpose of the 10th Amendment?
Answer: It states that the powers not given to the federal government belong to the states or to the people.
Question 114. Why did the United States enter the Persian Gulf War?
Answer: To force the Iraqi military from Kuwait.
Question 43. Who signs bills to become laws?
Answer: The President of the United States.
Question 54. How many Supreme Court justices are usually needed to decide a case?
Answer: 5.
Question 11. The words life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness are in what founding document?
Answer: Declaration of Independence.
Question 62. What is the capital of your state?
Answer: Answers vary by state. Name your state's capital.
Practice all of these free at quibank.com/citizenship.